All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Volkswagen studio. It's Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Dave Klemick, Nikki Earnshaw. We're going to be broadcasting live tomorrow at the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton, New Jersey for our Eagles pregame show. I got great giveaway items courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures, Johnny D. Maria. Look at this, Nick.
Oh,
Look at that. Look
pillow.
at that, Dave. And this pillow's soft.
It is.
So this is a championship pillow right here because if you get it, it'll be good luck. Put it on your bed.
He's touching it up a little too much. It's not. You can't consider it brand new anymore.
And how about this, Nick? Look at this, the trash can.
Yeah, where Kellen Moore's playbook is.
That's where Kellen Moore's playbook is, right there. Look at that. Here, look at that.
If you're watching on the X platform as well as the YouTube channel,
Nice.
Locker Room 97.3.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
They say he's going to be sought after this year for head coaching jobs. Now.
Look,
Well,
I hope
he's
he
already
goes to
completed 2
Dallas.
interviews. Yeah, he's already completed 2 interviews.
I hope he goes to Dallas.
He's
All
already
right,
completed them.
Now it's time for our high school athletes in a spotlight, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Each week, Fran McLaughlin, owner of the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township, will highlight a male and female high school athlete for their outstanding achievement in high school sports. Brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good friend, Fran McLaughlin. Good morning, Fran.
Good morning, guys. How are we doing today?
Well, I'll tell you what, you whatever you did for the crew last week, they love you, Fran, man. They said those pretzels you have down there are fabulous.
Oh, one of your listeners stopped in to get a Eagles party box.
Nice.
And he was heading up to see you. So I said, hey, take the crew some pretzels.
Oh, Jeff did that last week. Yeah.
So I'm actually I'm out with the Pretzel Queen right now. I was racing up the Parkway. I'm pulling into the Frank Sinatra service area as we speak here, making a pretzel delivery. But we got time to go over some high school sports.
So what's going on in high school sports?
Everything's fully ramped up now. So in basketball, the Cape Atlantic League teams and Cape Atlantic League Outlook, I mean, a lot of parity in the Cape. Middle Township, they got that rider commit, Jameel McNeil, but they're defending champs, and they look to be the team to beat. But Holy Spirit's off to a 6-0 start in the division. AC leads the Cape Atlantic Northern Division at 5-1. So there'll be a bunch of teams that'll compete there. On the girls' side, you got a bunch of undefeated teams within divisional play in the Cape. Wildwood Catholic's off to a 7-0 start in the division. Atlantic Tech, 4 straight divisional wins, and Ocean City coming off a big win against EHT has won 4 or 5. So they and EHT just came off a big win. They've been playing really well. They got a dynamic duo. One was our athlete of the week last week. So that's a good win for Ocean City.
How about the wrestling? Wrestling's in full tilt too, right?
Yeah, wrestling. Big one of the state's biggest team dual meets going on up in Moorestown. Started yesterday, continues today. We got a sad note from the world of wrestling. I was going to save it, but legendary wrestling coach from Absegani, Gene Barber, passed away. He spent 33 years at Absegani. Took him to state and national prominence. 500 wins, 400 state titles. They were nationally ranked. I mean, from 2001 to 2004, they were undefeated, 89-0-1. So, by all accounts,
our prayers are
at
his family. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, rest in peace.
How about the swimming? What's going on with the swimmers?
Swimming, well, Dave Klemick's alma mater. We keep bringing that Mainland that team up, but Mainland, after an early season loss to Our Lady of Mercy on the girls' side, Our Lady of Mercy is ranked 4th in the NJ.com poll, but Mainland has reeled off 8 straight wins, so they're rolling. And then boys swimming, St. Augustine posted 2 big wins, LaSalle, PA, and against Egg Harbor Township this week. So they're up to number 2 in the NJ.com top 20 poll. St. Augustine's won 26 meets in a row, third best current streak in the state behind Chatham, who's won 51. So I guess people up in Chatham like to swim a lot. So we got the county meets on the swimming coming up in the not-so-distant future. So,
all right, now it's time for your high school athletes in the spotlight, sponsored by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township.
All right, on the girls' side for the week ending January 12th, the athlete in the spotlight will stay in a pool with Anna Tran, a senior from Atlantic City High School. The Atlantic City High School team is 4-0 in the Cape National. They finally suffered their first loss at the hands of those streaking mainland Mustangs, but Tran herself remained undefeated on the individual level, winning the 50 and 100-meter freestyles in that meet. And she beat a pretty good swimmer, Olivia Wainwright from mainland, who's a state medalist in a couple other events herself. So she's having a heck of a year. She is the reigning 100-meter freestyle champ in the Cal. She just recently set the Atlantic City school record in the 50-meter freestyle. And according to Coach Sean Duffy, she got her sights set on maybe 3 more school records. She has qualified for the meet of champs already in the 50 and 100-meter freestyle. She was also a member of the National Championship Junior A team boat competing for AC Crew last spring. So Anna's a heck of an athlete and a busy girl. Then on the boys' side, we Pleasantville High School. Pleasantville, the Greyhounds run the direction of first-year coach Frank Turner, who many people might remember started at AC and Canisius. They got off to a slow start this year, but thanks in part to Jameel Hudson, junior swingman. Pleasantville's won 3 of 4. Won 2 in a row last week. In the first one, Hudson dropped 15 points, 12 boards. Had 4 blocks and 2 steals, kind of filling up the stat sheet. That was in a 1-point win over Vineland. Then he came back out with 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 steals in a win over Atlanta Tech. So Jameel Hudson and Anna Tran are boys and girls athletes of the week. And as always, they'll get a $10 gift card to Philly Pretzel Factory and a free pretzel coupon for themselves and each one of their teammates and coaches.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Fran. And of course, Sean Duffy, he rows doubles crew for Longport.
Yeah, he's
Beach Patrol.
into the Beach Patrol, and I think Anna Tran's a part of the Atlantic City Beach Patrol. So yeah, he had mentioned he's come across you when you cover those those lifeguard races. You're a legend out. You're a legend on the beaches.
All right, listen, Fran. What are you doing for the Eagles game? Got some special pretzels you're making?
No, we don't have any Eagles pretzels or anything special. We got the Eagles Party Box. That's you get 40 of our mini pretzels, like we say. They're the filet mignon of the pretzel that comes with a couple dips and a nice Eagles box. That's a great item to take care of. The mini pretzels, outstanding. Nothing goes better than playoffs and pretzels. So
playoffs and pretzels.
Call us up. You need a party tray or our mini dog tray or our mini cheesesteak tray, whatever you want. We'll be there at 7:30 tomorrow, straight on through up till game time. Get on in and get your pretzels, and that way you're sitting there enjoying the game. You don't have to say, hey, I should have gone to Philly Pretzel Factory.
All right, Fran McLaughlin, as always, we appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next Saturday.
Take care, guys. Have a great week.
There he is, Fran McLaughlin with the high school athletes in the spotlight, sponsored by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Each week, he highlights a male and female high school athlete for their outstanding achievement in high school sports. Brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory. Anna Tran and Jameel Hudson, congratulations. And congratulations on their pretzel day. They got free pretzels.
Yeah, they broke my streak. I coached one of the kids.
Is that right? Is that right?
I didn't coach one of them. You know what I mean?
It's a pretty good streak, though.
You know what I was going to say about pretzels, too? It's part of the fabric of Philadelphia football.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's not could you imagine going to another game, another city, and going, I don't want any pretzels, man.
That's
like,
weird.
You have to have those soft pretzels. It's part of the fabric of the sport in this city.
And then you bring your fruit.
PJ brought the pretzels.
That was the very first. And no, he went to. I ordered the wings at Charlie's. He comes back without any dip, without any blue cheese.
But people.
And Dave Clement comes with fruit.
Yeah, everybody.
He's talking on and on about pretzels. I see the fruit in your
Kansas
hand.
City Chief. He brings fruit.
Well, I figured everybody else would bring the unhealthy stuff. I'd be the one guy.
Sim.
But for anybody that doesn't know yet, another one of Nick's got a whole bunch of them. Let's talk about Nick's names. No, Sim is Stick in the Mud.
You don't have to go into that whole tell that story. Look at his face. He's getting red.
Quite red right now. That's an inside joke. It'll stay inside.
He looks as red as an apple right now.
Tomorrow, come down to the Chicken or the Egg in Marlton. It's a short ride up, especially if you're going to the game. Come have breakfast. Last week, Josh and I had omelets. I had the breakfast. I think he went for lunch by the time we ate. But I saw everybody eating breakfast. I'm having breakfast. By the way, if you haven't been to the Chicken or the Egg, it's a great location. As soon as you walk in, the bar, it's like a rectangular bar in the dead center. Big TV screens everywhere. And then, of course, they're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You know what? You should get Josh some bagels and stuff. First, he's grumpy in the morning.
Yeah.
He's
hangry.
I don't know. I never woke up with
grumpy.
him.
He's hangry.
He opens the show up grumpy every time.
Come on
He's
come on down to the Chicken and Egg. I got great giveaway items, courtesy of Pro Image Sports and Fan Treasures. Johnny DiMaria, you got to be there to win. Eagles Rams 3:00. Nick, talk to me about what you think is going to happen in this game?
Listen, it's a snow game, right? Like we got a snow game on our hands.
What's the update on the snow prediction?
It's still 3 to 5 inches as I've looked at the last forecast. So that's where we're at there. Matt Stafford, by the way, I want to read off a couple stats for you because he doesn't play well when there's precipitation, to say the least. He is 1-8 in games where there is precipitation or snow. Yes. He has 14 touchdowns and 13 interceptions, whether it's rain or snow. Since 2021, he's 1-1 in games that are under 40 degrees.
Did his homework there, Dave?
Yeah, that's a great amount of homework. However, he does have two big receivers in Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. Big receivers tend to hold the ball very well, and they don't get beat up in the snow. So that could help him there.
But by the way, when I talked to Sheldon Brown, because Sheldon Brown's going to be calling in tomorrow, we're going to talk with former Eagles defensive back Sheldon Brown. I said, what do you see in the two young rookie quarterbacks? He said he's very impressed with their preparation and their knowledge of where to be at such a young age. Dave, you know it's not like you were talking about wisdom, like being in the league for a long time, like intelligence, cerebral sometimes it beats being like a big physical specimen, right? You outsmart the guy.
But, these rookies are 22, 23 years old now. Yeah. Remember, the rookies before used to be 20 years. I played with Tony Gonzalez when he was 24 years old in his fourth year in the league.
Right.
Wow. So he was I was a rookie at 22 where I played all 4 years plus a red shirt. These guys have all that now. They're not coming out at 20 years old. So they do have some more experience. But the NFL game is so fast, and they have adjusted so well. Quinyon Mitchell is utmost of confidence in himself too. That kid is a I love him.
I love both him and
DeJean.
Cooper DeJean.
We have a great stat coming in from Jeff. Eagles are 6-0 at home in the divisional round. Rams are 4-7 on the road. Yeah. Texting in 609-403-0973.
Yeah, 609-403-0973. Dave, what are you looking for? What are you looking at of the Eagles? What do you want to see tomorrow? What do you expect to see? Let me ask you this real quick. Does A.J. Brown remember there was a one game where he didn't get anything, and then he said, "What's wrong with the Eagles' offense?" He said, "Passing."
Yeah, and
the next week, and then the next week he lit it up. Do you see something like this happening again, or because the Rams are so bad against the run, you think they're just going to pound the rock?
I think it's funny. I had like a dream about this, and I kept seeing.
I had a dream. Martin Luther King on Monday.
Yeah, I had a dream about this. This is my dream. A.J. Brown, they put him in some cross, they put him in zigzag motion. Zig is like in, zag is out. You're probably doing some motion with him and getting him some just some handoffs. Honestly,
right.
Why don't you give him some jet sweeps or whatever, anything to get him involved early. Get him involved early and keep him from reading a book on the sideline, right?
He was going to read it anyway.
Yeah. I just think that I think they need to have him get touches just because that's how it goes. You're even as much as you could be a team player, you are a superstar.
You got to remember, though.
Devontae Smith had 4 catches for 55 yards last week, and he had his long was 28, but he had 4 targets.
I'm glad you bring that up, Billy, because you got to remember, they have stars all over the field, and it's you got to spread the love a little bit, right?
And you might not be able to get it in one game.
Yeah, so A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, go Dart, Saquon Barkley. You have all these guys you got to get the ball to. Some games, A.J. Brown's going to have one.
But you know what, Dave? I look at the stats. I'm looking at the stats. It just doesn't look right. He's like 4th. It's Smith, Godart, Dotson. They say A.J. Brown, one reception, 10 yards, 3 targets.
Yeah, they got to do something. The amount of targets. You're not even attempting. They're not the play. Now you don't have to read the defense as much anymore. And
Right.
Tony Banks was saying this on Josh's show
Yeah.
the other day. Every play is an extended handoff. You're not reading. You don't have to go back, scan, and then throw a pass.
Then why is he having such a hard time getting the balls?
Honestly, this week, and I know it's not just this week, but this week it had to be about tightening the playbook up for a guy that just had brain trauma. So let's give him,
True,
let's give
he
him a
did.
week. Let's give him a week to train.
He
He missed, he missed like a month,
He sounds
too.
like Dan Orlovsky over here.
There's nothing wrong with that. He missed a month, too, heading into last week's game.
Remember brain trauma? He did have
All right,
brain
on the
trauma.
other side, I'm on the other side. We're gonna get his pick. You're gonna be with me
I'll be
tomorrow.
with you tomorrow.
And the chicken or the egg. So we're gonna get your pick on the other side, and we'll have you break down the game.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha.
What do you think about that, Nick?
That sounds good to me.
Earnshaw. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game, let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Tell them we sent you. By the way, so when I was getting ready, when I walked up to Amy Fadul, I went, "Hi, Amy, it's Billy Schweim from 97." And she goes, "I know." She goes, "Every time I'm down the shore, we listen to you all the time."
Billy's so
And I-
shocked
and I-
that people are listening to him.
Yeah,
every
I don't
single
think he
time.
thinks anyone listens. We are on the radio, Schweiner.
I know, but like that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like she listens to us.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice of her.
All right. I want to tell you about just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Dave Klemick, and Nikki Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.